Yo, how's it going, everyone? Peti Kish Hun here, and today's topic, we're going to be talking about this new harassment policy by Square Enix that recently just came out. We're on Bonding into Comics, and they have this article here, and it says, Square Enix adopts new customer harassment policy. Final Fantasy Studio can now deny products and services to players whose interaction with an employee exceeds socially acceptable behavior or is harmful.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Okay, so there's a lot to take in here. It feels like there's some sort of scheme in the background that really, I feel like, is not really trustworthy. It's questionable of what is allowed and what is not allowed. So we're going to be reading this article to see the whole thing of what is going on about this Square Enix new policy. Before we head to the topic ahead, guys, if you enjoy this video, please leave a like, share, sub, follow. If you enjoy a lot of content on here, like gaming, movies, pulp culture, please do so. I appreciate it very much. In seeking to protect their workforce from undue and particularly over-the-top harassment, Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest parent company Square Enix has adopted a new customer harassment policy, which gives them the right to take action as necessary against any individual who threatens the company's operations or any employee's safety. Announced on January 10th via an official post made to Square Enix official website, this new policy has reportedly given the green light by the developer in response to a number of incidents involving a fan's interaction with one of their employees. Square Enix believes that the feedback, comments, and requests received from our customers are essential to advancement of our group's products and services. Therefore, we are committed to strive to apply your voice in improving our products and services, explained the developer of their decision to implement said policy. At the same time, there are instances where certain customers take actions directly or through our support centers or towards our group executives, employees, partners who are involved in the creation and distribution of our group products and services. That is considered customer harassment, such as denial of personality, violence, defamation, intimidation, advance notice of wrongdoing, advance notice of obstruction of business, harassment. So there's a lot to take in here. That someone at the company got harassed. I always like to question if that is actually a thing, because a lot of these companies like to virtue signal, but they never show receipts of actually it happening. It just happens, they just post it, and that's it. I always say, never harass anyone. When I show you all videos or anything, do not, attack anyone, do not harass. That's understandable, and that is actually a thing that's illegal a lot of places. So yes, that is wrong, and that should not be done. But I question this. They do not show any receipts, and we don't know. So it's more like a lot of companies do. It's a lot of virtue signaling to say that, oh, this happened, but is there actually proof of it happening? We don't know. There are times that actually, yeah, harassment does happen, but I think it's fewer than more. I don't know. We don't know because they are not reporting on it. They just said someone got harassed at the workplace, and that's it. So we don't really actually know. But then again, they say, well, Square Enix wants feedback, comments, and requests received from our customers and essential to our investment of our group. So they want feedback in return as well. But it seems like this new policy, as we continue to read, it's going to be weird because how do you want feedback when you want constructive criticism when that's not allowed no more? It's very vague. enough where what is allowed and what is not allowed. Such actions do not only prevent our employees and partners from engaging in their work with a sense of security, but also causes disruptions to other customers. They asserted Square Enix will not tolerate harassment and will not take action as necessary. To the end, the actual policy holds that should the Kingdom Hearts series developer determine that an individual has engaged in an action against one of our employees or partners that exceeds social acceptable behavior or is harmful, they reserve our right to cease providing support services or to refrain them providing our group's products and services. Further, in regards to those cases where such action is egregious or with malicious intent, the company now reserves its right to protect its employees and partners and to take legal action or criminal proceedings upon consulting the policy and our lawyers.
No. Wait.
Now it's saying if you criticize or if you show something that someone said, maybe a CEO of Square Enix, maybe if someone is working there and said this, and you put it up there, which is probably, you heard about it, it's factual information, but if it's not factual information, it could be considered, wrong. Okay, so you're gonna get sued because you're lying through your teeth. But if it's true, then you could still get sued for that as well. This is very interesting. So it's not just normal harassment. This is also if you point out something that, as an example, like Square Enix working with Sweet Baby Inc. A lot of people do not like that. And a lot of fans and gamers question where Square Enix is going with Sweet Baby Inc. moving forward. So is that considered now harassment? Because we're saying, Square, it'd be nice if you wouldn't work with Sweet Baby Inc. They are probably not the best for you guys right now at this moment. A lot of their games have been tanking. Maybe you should do something a bit different. Like that is now considered harassment or something. Or if you just said like you did not like something in Final Fantasy 14, which a lot of people complain about. There's a lot of people saying well, they could change this, they could change that. It would be nice if you can do this. Or, just a normal constructive criticism, or just maybe something in the game is wrong, or maybe something in the story you dislike. Maybe this character was annoying and you did not like this character, or something like that. Like, even if you're like about the Final Fantasy VII remakes that come out, maybe you do not like the story that where it's going. And maybe a lot of people are saying, could you just go back to the original and make it how it was as in the remake? Something like that, like those kind of critiques. So is that now considered harassment? That's what I'm saying here. It's a fine line. It's a slippery slope. And this could be considered censorship because now if you have a comment or anything you want to say on social media or anything, you can get sued or banned. Your games could be taken away from you and stuff like that for just a critique. This is not the best way to go, I think, for Square Enix, and it could lead to a boycott later down the line. According to Square Enix, the actions that are considered customer harassment or that exceed social acceptable behavior or is harmful include, so here's the list of what is considered harassment, active violence, and violent behavior. Okay, that's fine. You shouldn't be doing that. That is harassment. Anything, violence is not good. Abusive language, intimidation, defamation/slander, denial of personality, personal attack, including email contact in contact form, comment or post on the internet, advance notice of wrongdoing, advance notice of obstruction of business. A lot of things here I could be okay with, like finding someone that works at Square and they go there and they tell them, at their email, like, oh, we don't like what you're doing. I'm going to go there and I'm going to, do something bad to you and your fellow workers. That's not okay. That's not good. Like, writing stuff like that is not good. Or contacting them, doxing them, trying to pursue them, follow them, going there, just walk in there, being, noisy, interrupting people. That's another thing that's probably, okay, this is probably not good. This is considered now harassment as well. Preceded inquiries, repeated visits, trespassing by visiting or staying in an official or related facility without permission. Again, like I said, being noisy, going there every time just to annoy people, that's not good. Unlawful restraint, including via telephone calls and online inquiries. Discriminating speech and conduct regarding race, ethnicity, religion, family origin, occupation, etc. Infringement of privacy by taking pictures or making video recordings without consent. In America, that can be okay. If you're far away, you take picture, that's fine. If it's a public area, if it's a private area, then no, you cannot take pictures or record in a private area. If it's a public area, then it's fine in America. But I do not know how Japan has worked with that. Sexual harassment, stalking, repeated stalking behavior. Yes, that is also not good. Just like everything else, doing that is not good. But you got to be careful with that too, because you could get Me Too'd. There's a lot of questionable things in that. But most of the things in this harassment policy seem to be pretty common sense. So the undue demand, here we go. Unreasonable changes or exchange of product or request for monetary compensation, unreasonable response or request for an apology, including face-to-face response or a request for an apology, specifically the position of our employee or partners. Excessive requests for the prevention of products and services exceeding socially accepted norms. What is socially accepted norms considered as? What is okay and what is not? Who is the one that to say what I can say and what I can think and what is okay? Will I, because of my political beliefs, will I be now literally they're gonna ban me for that? Or is it because if I believe in something, or if I say I do not like this in this game, or I do not like where Square Enix is going, how it can change, they don't like that kind of criticism? Like, what is considered norm, Unreasonable and excessive demands of punishment of our employees. This is really confusing. This is why I said this is a slippery slope. It really is. Because it's so vague. Like, this is literally, I think, against freedom of speech. As noted by Square Enix, though, this policy was based upon Japanese law. It is still acceptable globally and in accordance with local law and regulations. At current, it's unknown just exactly how and by what metrics the developer will hand out penalties, while speculation suggests they will likely consider each a case-by-case basis. Concrete information as to this process will ultimately have to wait until such time when Square Enix performs the first official enforcement of their new policy. And we'll see if people actually have some criticism, or what happens if there's any backlash because of this, because this could hurt them in the long run. And I've seen other companies implement this, like Sega, for instance. They have done this, as well as Epic Games is trying to do this too. So a lot of games are trying to do this. They have this harassment policy, but they add new things to it, which become to the point where it's very questionable, again, what is allowed and what is not. And it could be very dangerous in the long run. So I saw this, Pirate Nation posted this, and I said, how is having honest criticism or opinion of your product or company harassment? Saying if it's a bad or good game is the decision of the fans or the free market. Free speech doesn't work like you control what people say or think. No one is getting harassed there. Stop lying. Okay, the reason why I said that at the very end, my first intuition when I saw this is Virtual Signal. They could have made this up. because we need receipts and we need more proof of this, that it actually happened. So that's why I posted it. So I saw another thing about this, and here we go. Grumps posted this, and it says Tokyo's new law might explain why Square released its new rules. Apparently, there is a rash of employees harassment happening in Japan. The law has similar language to Square Enix's statement. However, the part about unreasonable demands for change is just a bad idea, as it is far too vague. It seems like Japan is actually having this problem going on. More of it having these harassment places at the company. Okay, that's fine. That means I backtrack at what I said. I'm just questioning here. I'm just questioning if it's real or not real because, again, virtual signal. Companies do this all the time. And they blame something when nothing is shown to be actually true. Madam Sabian said it right here. Yeah, I think the rules come from Japan. But American employees will abuse that shit. HR loves to collect power. And that is true. That's what I thought of first. Because Square Enix of America is different than Square Enix of Japan. The freedom of speech, where they would want to censor you for constructive criticism about Square Enix as a company or their games. That could be very harmful for a lot of people, and gamers will probably not enjoy that, which will end up in a boycott down the line if Square Enix doesn't, they explain themselves a bit more. Because if it feels like Grum said vague, and it does sound vague. We don't know what is going on here, but the thing is, it's questionable, and Square has been doing some questionable things these couple of years. And I don't know where they're gonna go with this. This is just a speculation, I would say. So yeah, what do you guys think though? Let me know in the comments below. I thank you so much for watching this long. And if you didn't like this video, I still thank you so much for watching this long. Until the next time, guys, have a good one all, and I'll see you soon.